Good afternoon. My name is Małgorzata Kruczek, and I would like just to talk to you very, very shortly about, I think, one of the most important and I think underestimated, undervalued, and for most of the people, even not appreciated. I want just to talk to you about your health. And I personally, I've got a few passions in my life. My boys, my health, my family health, and psychology, faith, and friends, and a lot of things. But I think people need to realize one thing. The most important, crucial factor in every person's life is their health. You know, we can Maslow hierarchy. If you look on a Maslow needs, you just see that health is just the base. It's just the base. And sometimes what the people just trying to do is they ruin their health. They just purely abuse their health for so long. Abuse in the way like it's unacceptable even. And they're just trying just to reach the other levels of the ladder. Try to be successful, just trying to reach on the top. With breaking the base. You can't physically be happy in your life. And actually, what is the point? What is the point for example, to earn million, billion of dollars, pounds, or whatever, if you don't have health? You know, people sometimes forget the most important things in their life. Forget, what really matters in their life, and it's really so sad. It is so sad because in the last few months, I have this brilliant challenge, brilliant opportunity to meet up with people who are extraordinarily successful in their field, who just do extraordinary well. And I just look at them, and the thing which really actually is just shouting out of, you just don't even need to ask them. All of those people are fit. All of these people look extraordinarily healthy. And you don't need to ask them, you don't even need to ask them, how many times they're going to gym, or how many times they are actually running every day, what kind of physical activities they do, because they all do. They all do, because those kind of people has incredible, uh, incredible gift. They do have balance in their life, and I must be I must say that success in people's life is not a matter of accident, you know and I was actually observing, I was reading about some incredible, just not about incredible successful people in terms of money, but reading about extraordinary influential people. And those people has got something incredible common. They do respect their health. They do respect, and they are extraordinarily grateful for the things that they do have in their life. And they do work hard for their success. But on the other hand, they've got this balance which comes, from inner belief and from inner self-acceptance, about the fact that we know what we're doing, as well as we respect the health. I think if people would actually pay more attention to the health in terms of making sure we do eat organic, not processed food, without additives, without nasty stuff. We don't eat fast food. People sometimes saying, I don't have time to cook. And I said, do you have the time to die? You know? Yeah, people have got time for everything, I've got time to watch telly, for 2 hours. I've got time to spend 2 hours playing on computer games. They've got time just to taking drugs. They've got time just to smoking cigarettes. But they don't have actually time for the most important things in their life. And this is just so shocking. Because people don't see health as the most incredible value. I was reading recently some report about obesity, and at the moment, in if we're looking on the global population, we've got huge major problem with obesity, and they're actually saying in the next few years we will nearly have 30 or between 30 to 50% of obese population. And having said this, and a few days later, I had a chance to talk to my friend, and she came with her little son, and we were just talking about it, And her son was listening and listening, and suddenly he just said, "Oh, this is really sad because if people are going to eat so much, the earth is just going to get heavier, and we will drop in the universe." I was just listening to this. I was just listening to this, to the concept, the way he actually extract this kind of information about the fact, the population is getting, well, it is 7 billion people on the earth, but his way of justifying this, his way of developing this, that if we have got 7 billion people who will be and 1/4 or even half of them is going to 1/3 is going to be obese, or even half of the population is going to be obese. The Earth will drop to the universe, and we lose. Or will die, and it's just so incredible. In some ways, it's funny, but we need to realize one thing. That obesity is just one of the most danger factor, which affect your health, and people need to see this. And it's very easy actually to tackle obesity. You just need to understand, the food which we do eat need to be as simple as possible. Food originally in ancient times, was a medicine, and food originally was extraordinarily expensive. Good quality of food was extraordinarily expensive, and now you go to shop and you've got like a selection, you've got choice. You've got choice. You can buy a very expensive food, and you can buy very cheap food. And people sometimes go for the cheapest one, and they are saving money on buying food. But what they actually do, they're spending money, on cars. They're spending money on something which actually reduce their mobility. There's so many people who just don't walk to work, even if it's like very short distance. They use a car. They don't go for shopping, without car. It's just so funny because, 20 years ago, 50 years ago, use of public transport was less than now, and people were more healthy. Why people in 21st century can't use the wisdom of people who are now in age of 80, 90 or 100? Those people are extraordinary fit. I had this kind of gift of, working with people who are elderly, and I most of the time was extraordinarily impressed by the way they are, how healthy they are, how fit they are. And I was always asking them, how they manage to keep themselves so fit. And most of the time the answer was where they weren't eating processed food. They were eating very little because of the food problems supply at this time, and the food was generally very simple and organic. So, and they've been having lots of activities, physical activities, and this is the key. We don't people now making being fit and healthy such a big issue. They're just trying just to find, million diets, they're just trying to find, this diet which is not working, other diet, no low calories diet, paleo diet, other diet. But people need to understand that your health is all about balance and lifestyle and consistency. You don't need to have any diet. I don't have any diet. I just decided not to eat processed food. I decided be extraordinarily careful with sugar. It was a time when I didn't eat sugar, for nearly 3 months. I didn't touch sugar. Now, occasionally, when I just go to see my family or friends and they have got cake, and I try, I enjoy this. because this is the thing, if you eat certain things occasionally, this is not going to hurt you, and this is the balance. The balance. Don't overeat. Don't overeat. Make sure you just eat, like 80% of the food which you normally eat, and make sure you always leave the table with this feeling of a little bit having reserve, not like you're 100% full, your trousers are having difficulties, with exploding. Just make sure you don't eat too much. And this is just the key. Just eat simple, exercise yourself, drink plenty of water, and eat healthy. You can eat everything. But if you actually cut off the fast food, if you cut off stuff like Coke, fizzy drink, especially Coke, fizzy drinks, and all fast food, uh, you'll be healthy. And exercise yourself on a daily basis, and you'll be healthy. You don't need any diet. You don't need to buy extra, you don't need to buy those pills, I was just laughing, because most of those pills which you buy, just to actually help lose your weight, is just make you diarrhea for the few days, make your stomach twisted, and oh, it's awful. And people later just say, they've got the same, they don't have results, they go back to square one when they start eating normally. You can't expect, eating taking some kind of pills, for 2 or 3 weeks or months, and okay, get the results, and later go back and eat the same like you used to eat before dieting. It is waste of your time. People need to realize that, being fit is your personal decision. It is your lifestyle, okay? And you need to understand this. Being fit, being healthy is your lifestyle. It's a conscious decision and consistent decision in your life. So if you want to be healthy, if you want to be fit, make sure you exercise yourself every day. Have got at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep, and make sure you eat non-processed food. Cook from scratch. Eat much more vegetables, less fruit, and enjoy the eating. Enjoy the eating. Oh my god, it's just so beautiful. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. I think the most important thing, the key is just actually based in simplicity. And if you keep this simple, you'll be absolutely fine. So thank you so much.
Bye bye.
All the best and God bless.
Have a good day. And